Hi everybody, it's Jay Lamb and Nick Pond from LeMons HQ. We have just returned from The Ridge. That's a brand new racetrack. It's an outstanding racetrack, but it's still a little rustic. We were the first ones to have a car race there, and they still had like construction machinery and stuff like that. Some of the details weren't quite finished off yet, and the timing tower is just a big box full of dead flies.
Now for this race, one of our regular competitors, Peterson, was doing an arrive and drive, but he decided to drive his LeMons car from California to Washington even though it wasn't even racing. That was hella sweet.
Now we had these two gorgeous, beautiful looking Mustangs, and we didn't give them any penalty laps, and everybody said, well, that's not fair, how come they didn't get penalty laps? Here's why, because Mustangs are butt terrible.
We brought back a classic penalty for this race. Now if you get to crash on track, we're going to bring you in, take two drivers out, duct tape your legs together, and have a three-legged race over to the coffee stand where you get the chief perp a nice big cup of Java. That was hella sweet.
That is hella sweet. Now, usually track food is butt terrible. This place, it was hella sweet. They had everything here. There was like the guy who had the mobile pizza oven made out of bricks. There was the coffee cart that had espresso. That was hella sweet. There was the Al Pastor taco truck. That was hella sweet. There was an ice cream truck. Hella sweet.
I got the hot dog. It was hella sweet.
Yeah.
Now the winners for this race, if you care, which you probably should.
Glad that's over with. Now the heroic fix usually goes to the team that does what? Has a heroic fix. There were two of those at this race. They both did fabulous stuff to get back on the track. We couldn't decide who to give it to. And then we realized the same poor dumb bastard from some other team was over there fixing both of their cars. So we just called it the heroic fixer and gave it to him, Anton Lovett.
The I Got Screwed award went to the Petty Cash Racing Jeep Cherokee. During the race, they got a call over the radio, dudes, I need to make a pit stop. I'm gonna hurl. And they pulled in the pits, opened the door, and here's what they found.
So awful. Now, the best front-wheel drive mini truck with a giant papier-mâché donkey in the back trophy, really, we just had to give it to Team Haul & Ass. There wasn't a lot of competition for that.
The Judge's Choice trophy went to the Flying Baldini Brothers Circus. Great circus theme, full outfits, dudes in unitards, mini tricycles, really well executed Judge's Choice.
Yeah, that was great. And the Organizer Choice was even more great. This was Team Tchotchkes Racing. They had a fabulous office space theme, including a giant life-size cubicle that they pulled behind their car with a dude at work in it.
The grand prize for this race, the Index of Effluency, went to the Freewheelin' Pikers and their three-cylinder, then two-cylinder,
and then
one
cylinder. Yeah.
Two-stroke Saab 96. Now this thing was great. It was all decked out and sort of Pacific Northwest inspired.
A vintage rally
gadgets.
theme.
Yeah, it had some kind of
speed pilot.
It had a snow sled on the roof, and it just went around and around. Looked awesome. Great bunch of guys and gals.
Yeah.
And so we had really no question. IOE.
They started out going slowly, and then they went slower, and then they went super slow. But they did finish.
Yes.
And that just takes us to LeMons in a nutshell.